Hello everyone, let's look at some CAT questions involving speed, distance and time. The first question is, in a race of 200 meters, A beats B by 20 meters. Okay, what do we mean by A beats B by, A meets S by 20 meters? It means that A is winning, first of all. So, if this is my 100 meter or 200 meter track, when A finishes, B or S in this case is still has 20 meters to go, which means S has run for 200 minus 20, that is 180 meters. Similarly says A beats N by 40 meters. So again, if I draw this again, by the time A is finishing the entire 200 meter stretch, N is only able to reach 200 minus 40, 160 meters. So they are saying if S and N are running a race of 100 meters with exactly the same speed as before. So this means that in the time, so this is the time taken, this entire stretch, when A is covering this entire stretch, he is taking time t. In this case also he is running the entire stretch of 200 meters at the same time, so he is taking the same t. So in the same time, S is running 180 meters and N is running 160 meters. So obviously S is running faster. So when S runs 100 meters, how much has N run? That is basically what the question is asking. So this is a simple unitary method question. So this means we have 160 divided by 180 into 100, which is equal to 88.89 meters. This means when S runs 100 meters, N would have run 88.89 meters, which means S beats N by 11.11 meters. If a man cycles at 10 kilometers per hour, then he arrives at a certain place at 1 p.m. If he cycles at 11 kilometers per hour, he will arrive at the same place at 11 a.m. At what speed must he cycle to get there at noon? Okay, so now in this case, he is cycling at a particular track and he is covering a certain distance. So in the first case, when he travels at 10 kilometers per hour, he is reaching here at 1 p.m. And when he is cycling at 15 kilometers per hour, he is reaching at 11 a.m. So we know my distance is equal to speed into time. Now we know in this case, in both these scenarios, the distance traveled is the same. This is the distance traveled. So like I told you in the concept videos, if the distance is the same, my S1 into T1 would be equal to S2 into T2. So what I simply now have, in the first case, I have speed is 10 kilometers per hour into time taken is, let us say, t. This is equal to speed in the second case is 15 kilometers per hour into time taken. If he is in the first case, he was taking time t and reaching at 1. Now this guy here is reaching now at 11 a.m. which means he's taking 2 hours less than the previous case. Right? The difference between 1 p.m. and 11 a.m. is 2 hours. So this is t minus 2. So I just solve this for t. And by solving this, I get t is equal to 6 hours. So this means if he is traveling at 10 kilometers, he takes 6 hours to reach. And then he reaches at 1 p.m. Now we are asked at what speed will he reach there at noon. So noon means this is 1 hour less than this. So this means he is taking 5 hours. So you understand what I am saying? Let us say he starts at some time t, capital T. So capital T plus 6 hours we know have been given at he reaches at 1 p.m. So if he has to reach at 12 noon, this means it has to be T plus 5 hours. So here I am saying it is 5 hours. So now in this case what we do, again we apply the same equation. I have 10 into T, now we know is 6, is equal to some speed which we are supposed to find out, multiplied by the time taken now is 5 hours into 5. So I simply get speed is equal to 12 kilometers per hour, which is my answer B.